Okay, Angel, so here's what I have. I'm going to do a little bit of a video about 12b. I could do 12a, I just happen to be on page 12b. So if I want to do 12b, the first thing that I do is I write down the fraction that's shaded, and I can tell that there are 12 out of 16 that are shaded. Now, if I were to divide by 1, that's not a plus, it's a divide. If I were to divide by 1 never changes anything. 7 divided by 1 is still 7, and 4 divided by 1 is still 4. Divide by 1 doesn't change a number. I'm going to choose to divide by 1 on these, but I'm going to divide by a very funny form of 1. Instead of dividing by 1 and writing 12/16, there we go. Instead of doing that, I'm going to divide by a funny form of 1. I'm going to choose to divide by 4/4. It's kind of like the number 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1, but it's helpful to me because if I use this funny form of 1, this FFO, if I use this funny form of 1, then my numbers are going to get smaller. They can both divide by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. The picture shows it as well. Here's my answer right here. Right here. There we go. Here's my answer, 3/4. But over here in the picture, watch. If I erase the sideways lines, I'm going to get 3/4. Watch. Ba-dink and ba-dink and ba-dink. Look, the amount that's shaded now is 3/4. I'm going to do it again. So on this one, if I used this eraser trick that I'm using, right away I can tell that I would say, oh, the answer is going to be 1/2. The answer is going to be 1/2, but I need to get there. So here I go. I have 2, let's not write in highlighter, I have 2 out of 4 shaded, and I want to divide by 1, but I'm going to divide by a funny form of 1. I'm going to divide by 2, because both of these could divide by 2. That's the greatest common factor. They could divide by 2. So here I go. 2 divided by 2 makes 1. 4 divided by 2, that makes 2. Oh yeah, look, it really did happen. If I erase it, I get 1/2. Do you see the pattern? For this one, there is so much. Let's see how many cuts I have. There are 3 cuts on this side, which means 4 sections. 1, 2, 3 cuts makes 4 sections. And oops, there we go. And on this side, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 5 lines means 6 pieces. 5 cuts make 6 pieces or sections. There we go. Oh, that means that there's 24. There are 24 little sections. And the amount that's shaded is less. In fact, it's 6 less. There are 18 that are shaded. What could these both divide by? Well, a hint would be to notice that I had 6 sections over here, right? Let's divide by 6. 18 divided by 6 makes 3. 24 divided by 6 makes 4. Hey, is it going to be 3/4? Let's find out. Erase, 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 erase. It is, it's 3/4. All right, one more. Are you getting it? So I have 16 pieces altogether, and 12 of them are shaded, and I could count it to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What can they both divide by? Well, if I have a picture, I'm going to use it. Since there are 4 sections on this side, since there are 4 sections, let's divide by 4. And 12 divided by 4 is 3, 16 divided by 4 is 4. Oh, look, it really does work. If I divide, or if I erase my sideways cuts, then I have 3/4. I'm going to do one more. I'm doing the back of 12b. They have 5/20 and they didn't draw a picture. Well, that's okay. 5/20. And I have to ask myself, what can 5 and 20 divide by? 5 and 20. Well, 5 can only divide by 5. There isn't anything else. And 20 can too. I have to divide by the same thing. These must be the same number. They must match. If they're different numbers, it will not work, because then I won't be dividing by a funny form of 1. Well, 5 divided by 5 is just 1, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. Oh, the answer is 1/4. Last one, 10 over 12. 10 over 12. Well, 10 can divide by 5, but 12 doesn't. So that's not going to work. Oh, well, they're both even numbers, so I know that they divide by 2. They're even, so they divide by 2. Oh, okay. Well, 10 divided by 2 makes 5. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. My answer is 5/6. On the bottom of the page, still on 12b, they're doing this, but they're trying to figure out which number should we divide by. If you see it already, go for it. But if you can't tell what our funny form of 1 should be, finding the greatest common factor can help. Here's what they're doing on number 8. They said, I have 3. What are the factors? Well, 1 times 3. And 15, well, that could be 1 times 15, but it's also 3 times 5. Those are the factors. And I'm looking backwards to see which one is the very first one they have in common when I look backwards, because that will be the greatest of all the common numbers. There, the 3's. Yes, the 1's are in common as well, but I want the largest of the numbers, the greatest common factor. So apparently I'm going to divide by 3 because that's the greatest common factor. And I get 1/5. Here's the last one. Here's number 11. It says 14/21. And they said, use the greatest common factor to simplify the fraction. Well, I can already tell that it's 7 because I know that when I count by 7s, I say 14 and I say 21. But if I just couldn't see it, I would say 1 times 14, 2 times 7, 3 times something, 4 times something, 5 times something, 6 times something. Nope, that's it. 21. 1 times 21. 2 times something? No. 3 times something? Yes. 7. 4 times something? No. 5 times something makes 21? No. 6 times something makes 21? No. It's just 1, 3, 7, and 21. Greatest number going from the back? Oh, 7. I think I'll divide by 7 then. That's my greatest common factor. Here I go. Divide by 7, divide by 7. I'm just dividing by a funny form of 1. All this is the number 1, but it's a very helpful form of 1. It's just a funny form of 1. 2/3. All right, the greatest common factor is 7, and I divided by that on the numerator and the denominator to get 2/3. Let me know if you have questions.